etc. Not that they weren't doing that before.
Yeah, this definitely is the biggest challenge. This is one of the best run defenses in the last decade in the country in the Big Ten. So yeah, we got a huge challenge. Really good players up there, guys who played against last year that we struggled with. So yeah, major challenge. And conversation about our line has always been, want to be tough. You know, we want to be guys that are physical, that roll off the ball, and the tip of the spear. And you know, we want to run the football here, and they're the ones that get that thing going.
Second row right, Nathan.
On your radio show, you had mentioned JK's versatility, kind of in contrast with Master. But Master also has receptions the last 2 weeks. So just wondering, is that something that just naturally came from his being in the game at that time, or have you seen something from him in practice, a growth in that skill set that you trusted him more?
You know, we kind of just roll guys, whether it's receivers or running backs, tight ends. We just roll them. We don't really look to see who's in the game. And he's been working on his pass protection, working on routes and things like that, and so that just comes up naturally within the game.
Front row right, Austin.
Ryan, you talked about how well JK was playing in training camp at the pad level, and then it seemed like those first couple weeks he couldn't maybe find that same level. Are you seeing that now? What you saw last week against Nebraska seemed close to what you described.
No, I mean, I think the first week was funky, but I thought from the second game on, he's been running really hard.
First row right, Bill.
A Drew Chrisman question. He kind of joked about his lack of use last week. How important is he? How good is he? And just in terms of his personality, he's kind of a quirky guy. What kind of stands out to you about him?
Well, he's a guy that is very professional about what he does. He takes it very, very serious. And I love that about our specialists. Whether it's Liam or Drew or Blake, I mean, they take their job very, very serious. And I love that about them. They're very professional. When they're out there, it's very detailed in how they do. They want to be the best in the country, and I really respect that about them. They watch film. When they're out there, there's no jacking around. I mean, they're serious about their business, and I think they're very good at what they do. And so it's a huge weapon for us.
Front row middle, Dave from 24/7.
Ryan, you mentioned during camp that one of your concerns was finding a number 2 tailback, a legit number 2 tailback. When did the light kind of come on for Master? I know Master was banged up, so I'm sure that was part of it. But when do you think the light kind of came on for him?
I think it was when he started practicing, and we saw him take the next step that we were hoping to see in practice, and then had to translate to the game. And the Indiana game, he kind of popped for us, and that was like, okay, here we go. Can we sustain it? And so far, he's doing that. And so the first thing he's got to do is take care of the ball, and once he does that, everything else is falling in line.
Second row left, Bruce.
I want to go back to your answer about Master and JK. You said you don't really keep track of who's in the game. You roll guys. I mean, that's a testament to your depth. It's not always the way it is everywhere.
Well, it's hard to, whether it's tight ends, receivers, even in the O-line sometimes. I mean, to organize all that to say, okay, we're going to have this guy in the game on this play, just doesn't work. And I think the way we teach concepts, the way we teach plays, we want versatility. And if some guy does something really, really well, then we obviously, we try to enhance that. But the things that they don't do well, we just try to work on those things so that those guys can play in the game, because when you're playing with tempo, when you're calling plays, you can't really worry too much about the game. Is it game ready? Is the play game ready? And are those players ready to go play in the game? Are they at starter level? If they are, well, let's put them in the game and let's go play.
Second row right, Dan.
Ryan, the Big Ten announced yesterday that it was suspending Nebraska defensive linemen for something that happened in the first quarter of last week's game. Just was wondering what happened from your vantage point there, and is that something you were involved in bringing to the Big Ten's attention?
I mean, on a weekly basis, we call plays in and talk to those guys about different penalties or different things that we see. So nothing out of the ordinary from us. And yeah, there was some things that were going on after the whistle on that play, and the Big Ten made their decision, and so we obviously support that.
Fourth row middle, Lori.
Coach, a lot of your players have talked about the thing being special about this team is their camaraderie. What role does the coaching staff play in establishing that?
Well, I think it starts with the coaching staff to begin with. I think that the chemistry of the coaching staff has to be, really tight, and then it goes from there. But it's something that we've been pounding right from last January, is that if you want to have a great team, there has to be that respect for each other, that love for each other, and love from player to player and then player to coach. And I think that's the ultimate motivator, and I do feel that. So I really hope that the leaders of this group don't let go of that, and they grab on real tight and don't let go.
I think last question, fourth row, fifth row right, Bill.
Ryan, I think when people maybe first see Justin, the live arm and the athletic ability, you sticks out. When you first started working with him, what impressed you about the way he just thought through the game and the way that his mind worked?
Couldn't really get a feel for that too much until we started playing games and being able to put concepts on the field. I do think that in the spring he did a good job of learning the offense quickly. But now that we're into the season, you know, he's taking game plan plays that maybe he knew that week, and he can put them on the field pretty quickly and at a pretty high level.
Great. Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ryan.
That's right.